Hello, everybody, and welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast. We are literally running in the Stone Age here, so if so, I apologize for nothing. Um, I mark myself safe anyway from the great and lightning strike of 2023, Paddy. We're lucky we're here at all the things we do for podcasting.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
And now
absolutely.
you have to sit here and actually hold a mic to get you on for the
I'm like,
podcast.
exactly. I'm
You're
like
like Jeff
Bianca.
Shrees there.
Yeah, Bianca Westwood or someone like that. Just holding the microphone. But look, it needs must, and we're there. We're back to normal almost again. We're back to normal Monday. So that's all good, and yeah, looking
just,
forward to
just
it.
in time for a signing Gwendouzi, huh?
Yeah, better do as well. And there was me. I was just going, oh no, I'm after scratching all the screen of my monitor. But guess what? The monitor doesn't work anyway, so it's going in the skip tomorrow. So it's all fine. So I don't feel half as bad about it. Anyway, actually, guys, in the comments, does this microphone sound okay? It's a nice, handy little one, and you know what? I might just use it. Might use it in general. Do my dulcet tones sound nice and beautiful?
Sounds fine
Yeah,
to me anyway.
nice, excellent. Maybe I'll go with the Barry White route and go a bit lower. Also, if anybody knows how to not be sick as well, that would be great. Um, like I just can't shake this cold, so I do apologize if I cough in the middle of this podcast. This is my airings of my grievances about nature at the moment. That's what this start to this podcast is. But we're 3 minutes in, Paddy, and let's talk about Leeds and Aston Villa because I don't know. Like I'll be honest, and I never really had any affliction for this game at all, but. It's only really in the last 2 years that I've circled it because it's not because of the Conor Horan thing and because of the giving them goal back and thing or anything like that. It's just always because something kind of funky always happens in the game.
Yeah, we think we can just take that as a given, can't we? At this stage,
Hmm.
I was never a big fan of Leeds. They used to drive me absolutely nuts. And then one day when I was about 14 or 15, I actually trained with Vinnie Jones and Gary Speed and Mervyn Day. And yeah, it kind of gave me a bit of love back for Leeds, but now I fucking hate them again.
I know. As I say, I don't have any great disaffection for them. Actually, I'm just wondering. Sorry, there, guys, just to see if there's anything way to turn down the audio levels in this. I might just take one can off my ear. I don't have any disaffection, to be honest with you. You know, they've always been a proper football team from the point of view of there's Leeds United are synonymous with winning championships and so on back in the day. And I kind of always have a soft spot for teams like that, like Forest. I'm sure in 10 years' time, if Forest stay in the Premier League and end up getting the upper hand in us a couple of times, they'll probably be tarnished on Forest. But for the moment, like when Forest got promoted, I thought it was fantastic. And so I suppose the same when Leeds got promoted, I thought it was fantastic, albeit we did have our battles with them in the championship. So I just hope we go out today, and I hope Coutinho has his one good game a year like he always seems to have against Leeds, and I hope he runs the show tonight if he's playing. And I don't think he will be, but if he does, I think if he does play, I hope he does run the show for Aston Villa. I suppose, Paddy, what we're 5 minutes away from the team sheets there, but what do you think? Do you think we'll see any major surprises?
Um, Hard to tell, really. You just don't know what's going on in training. Like he was talking up Morgan Sanson, and then in the same breath saying he might leave. So do we see him again after his cameo the other night? I don't know. There's a lot that can happen. You know, do we see Moreno in there? I don't know whether he got his work permit done in time. Nobody
He
asked that
did.
question.
Ashley Priest
He
says
did,
that
did he?
he's yeah. Ashley
Okay.
Priest said something like he's fit to go. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't envisage he'll start. I think he probably arrived after the preparations had begun for Leeds, so we might see him on the bench. But I expect to see a fairly settled team of the usual suspects across the back four, with
Mm.
Ashley Young deputising for Matt Cash. Is it deputising or is he in there anyway? That could have been the case. And then our two as far as I'm concerned, there are two best players
Yeah.
we have at the moment sitting in midfield. And then after that, as anyone's guess, I really hope we go for it. I really hope we hit them from the word go. And I really want us to get stuck into them because I really don't like them.
I do too. And I think we can get stuck into them, and I think they'll want to get stuck into us. You know, like Patrick Bamford, I think is back. Well, he is back in their panel again. Rodrigo has been their main man. I
Yeah.
wonder will they start that guy Wober that they've just signed from RB Salzburg. You know, it sounds like they're going to be bringing in Jorginho Rutter, who's look. There's I liken Jorginho Rutter to Savo Milosevic. He's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to miss a lot of them, but he's going to put some in the back of the net as well. And you know, they're a team. We talk about a signing strategy, and we haven't really tended to have one. You know, and I probably think that if this January doesn't go well, actually, I probably think in the summer anyway, Johan Lang is gone anyway. I think there'll be an evolution there. At the moment, it's you know we started off signing younger kind of players for in and around the 10 million bracket. Obviously, Douglas Luiz and those guys came in, and then we've just
Yeah.
kind of been scattergun since. Which may work out, and we may stumble upon it. I genuinely believe we're about 2 players away from having a really coherent first 11 and probably coherent squad based on that as well. But it's about finding those 2 right players. One of them being a winger, I think, and one of them being a striker. I think then after that we, you know, Diego Carlos comes back. I think our backline is more solidified as a backline, and I think that's probably the way that they're going to go. I think that's that gives us a nice little blend. I think within the team. Obviously, we want more players, but I think we're missing those 2 players specifically, a winger and a striker. And Leeds, as I say, they have their transfer strategy. And we don't have ours, and I hope that we amass one over the course of the next few weeks. Even you know, it'd be nice to have one. But we won't talk too much about transfers. As I say, we're coming up to team sheet time. I agree with you, Paddy. I think the back 4 are going to be pretty solid. I think obviously Robin Olsen is going to be in goals. That's just for any of you who weren't listening. For any of you who weren't listening there, just keep you on your toes. Emiliano Martinez obviously in goals. Then the 2 boys, as I said, Dougie and Buba. Inside there in the middle of midfield, and I don't know whether I think you might go Watkins Nings up top with Bailey maybe from the right and JJ from the left potentially, or he brings in Bundia off the right, JJ off the left, or vice versa. I don't know. I wouldn't be averse to Watkins Nings starting up top today, and I think that's the smart move. But we will know in no time at all.
One important thing tonight sees the end of the 5 yellow cards extended, and we have Tyrone Mings, Jacob Ramsey, and Leon Bailey on 5 yellow cards. I don't think that will have any bearing on his team selection.
Yeah.
But we've got to be careful that we don't lose important players for any period of time. Important players being Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
The other 2 we can afford to lose for a game. But is it 1 game or 2 for 5 yellow cards? It's 1
game for 5. Yeah. And we have a team alert. Everybody, block your ears because we have a team alert. Do I have it loaded? I do. I need to elongate that because it's not very long. Apologies, everybody. Apologies. Talk amongst yourselves because I need to.
Shall I call out the team?
Yes, do. And while you're doing that, I need to give permission here for this new machine to share my screen. So
okay.
So
in goal, as expected, Captain Emmy Martinez.
Hold the fort, Paddy. Hold the fort. I'll be back in a second.
Right back, Ashley Young. 2 centre halves of Konza and Mings, and as expected, left back is Dean. We have Douglas Luiz and Kamara sitting, and we have Ramsey, and we have Buendia on the wings with Watkins and Bailey up front. Not sure about everybody else, but probably last chance saloon for Bailey getting a start. I presume they will start mixing that up as the month goes on. But you know, we cried out for Bailey to get a run. He has his run. This is probably last chance saloon for him. Watkins, anyone that listens knows I would rather see Ings in there. So other than that, no real changes for me. The subs bench, we have Olsen, Sanson, Ings, Alex Moreno, Chambers, Nakamba, that's a strange one. Bednarak, Coutinho, and Caden Young is in there as well. Off the top of my head, I don't know who Nakamba is in for. Somebody would probably be able to tell us who's missing. But so Alex Moreno does make the bench. He obviously got his international clearance sorted. So other than that, no real shocks as such.
Yeah.
Then Donker is missing. That's who's bombed out for Nakamba. Good shout. Thank you, Stato.
Oh, what's happening here? Wrong one.
And no Sanson. No Sanson in there either.
No Sanson. Oh yeah, Sanson's on his way back to Montpellier. Write that in pen. Sanson's on his way back to Montpellier. As I say,
To Montpellier.
Yeah.
Not Marseille.
No, Montpellier.
Not a make way for Buendouzi, no.
No, don't start me with that one. Don't start me with that one. But no, yeah, he's gone, and obviously Freddie Wilbert is gone as well. And to be honest with you, lads, look, there's a clearing of the house, and I know there'll be a lot of eulogizing of Freddie Wilbert, and then he played well when he was with us and everything like that, and he played well in a few games, but I don't think he was.
Apologies. Somebody sold me a bum steer there. Sanson is on the bench.
You see, I still haven't been able to bloody bring up the.
I read it out too quickly. It's Olsen, Sanson, Ings, Alex Moreno, Chambers, Nakamba, Bednarak, Coutinho, and Caden Young.
Well, there you go.
So there we are. That's what happens when you leave me on my own, Neil. I get flustered and make mistakes.
I know. I won't do it again.
Will we have a look at the Leeds team?
Yeah, you can call out the Leeds team there just while I'm feverishly typing away here.
So let's hope, like everybody else, Melier, Ayling, Strike, Koch, Cooper, Adams, Rocca, Aronson, Harrison, Ganonto, and Rodrigo.
There's pace there. There's pace that I don't
like.
Lot of
pace there. Yeah.
There's pace there that I really don't like.
Bamford is on the bench along with Perkins, Gelhart, Greenwood, Christensen, Wober, Lorente, and Firpo. And the sub goalkeeper is Robles.
Yeah. I was hoping Junior Firpo would play. But who did you say the two fullbacks were? Christensen and?
The two fullbacks are, I would imagine, is Strike and Ayling with Koch and Cooper in the middle.
Okay, yeah. Strike and Ayling, Koch and Cooper. Yeah. Let's bring up that team there if we can find it. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. Oh no Leeds. I hate that. The only thing I hate more than when they don't have them in sequential order, or when they have them in sequential order, should I say, by their numbers and not by their positions, is when you click in it brings you directly to their official site. Give me a break. I don't want to see the team. Melier, Ayling, Strike, Koch, Cooper, Adams, Rocca, Aronson. There's some amount of industry and endeavour in that midfield. Adams, Rocca, and Aronson, you could hook them up to a generator and they'd power half of Norfolk. You know, like that's like there's some amount of running going around inside there. Harrison, Nanto, and Rodrigo as well are Look, they have a decent team out today. Jack Harrison always throws up against us. He just does. He likes playing against Aston Villa.
I remember one game in particular at Villa Park where he absolutely destroyed us. So I'll have a bit of a fear there. The rest of them, Ayling always has a good game against us. In fairness to him, so look, they're a decent side, but I'm expecting nothing less than a white knuckle ride tonight. I think we're going to go for this big time.
So do I. I think this is going to be an eventful game. I think this is going to be an eventful game. It could end up being a 1-0, but I think there'll be an eventful. I think there'll be a couple of rasping tackles. I don't think this is going to be a bore 0-0 draw. Cue the bore 0-0 draw now, but I can't see it. I think both teams are very open. Both teams are going to play a high line, and it's just one of these ones. I think that's going to. I think it'll be a nice game today, and I hope Aston Villa win. And in fairness, Aston Villa have the team out to win tonight. I know I just talked up Leeds team there, but you know their back four. You can get at their back four. Liam Bailey and Coutinho in particular previously have eaten Ayling's lunch. at times. Maybe not Bailey, but I certainly remember Coutinho doing it once or twice. And I'm delighted to see Jacob Ramsey back in there as well, give a bit of heft in midfield alongside Luis and Kamara. So we need to be pacey. We need to be we need to be ruthless. And I know that's difficult because we've seen Leon Bailey miss chances recently. We obviously seen Ollie Watkins miss chances, but we need to be ruthless when we get those chances. And I think that we will create chances today. I think we will.
Well, you've got to believe we create chances. The difficulty is that these guys are not firing on all cylinders. They should be putting away the chances they're getting, both Bailey and Watkins. And
Yes.
I'm not going to mention, my usual favourite sitting on the bench. We will see him at some stage because somebody is bound to not put in a shift because it's either one or the other or both in every game. Yeah. So it's time. Like I said, I think I said it there when you were off. It's time for a lot of these to shit or get off the pot at this stage. So. Yeah. We're going to see a couple of players coming in those positions, I believe. So we need goals tonight. We need goals urgently, and we need goals from the strikers. We can't be relying on others to do their job for them.
Yes, I saw a comment there about who won the prize. Just before coming on, because I won't be able to do it on this machine because of the way this machine is configured. I did the draw on my phone, and I'm actually just after airdropping the screenshot there through to myself. So I want to share that. Though we do have a winner of said jersey. So those of you that don't know, and I'll show you, it was even done at 3:30 today. That's when I did the draw. So where we go?
While Neil is getting that together, there's nearly 400 people there. If you want to just click on the like button while you're there, we'd really appreciate it. Yes, doesn't cost anything.
Yes, please. So, drum roll, please. So the winner, as we mentioned beforehand, today we had, or over the last few days after the Stevenage game, there was a lot of people down, and we wanted to just lift the mood. And we ran one a couple of weeks ago as well, where you could win a home shirt with player name or your own name or whoever's name. If you don't think the players are deserving of being on your back, then you could have your own name on it. It's completely up to yourself. But we did a draw today, and it was basically anyone who retweeted and anybody who liked the post. Obviously, had to follow us as well. And we did a draw earlier on today. And without further ado, I would like to let you know that the wonderful Audrey Lynch, if you're watching, at Lynch 52 was the winner today.
Congratulations, Audrey.
Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Audrey, and thank you so much to everybody. Get in contact with us, Audrey. I know you follow us on Twitter. I'm sure if you see this afterwards, just give us a shout. If not, I have your Twitter handle there. I'll reach out to you as well. So thanks so much, everybody who entered. As I said, it's a bit of crack. Try and lift the mood, and
absolutely.
And we'll get we'll look. Hopefully we won't need to lift the mood after this.
Neil, imagine somebody. Imagine somebody is taking the time out on a Friday night, a Blues fan, to come in and flood our timeline with stuff like that. So, tell you what, will we block him? What do you reckon?
Nah, don't. No, leave him.
Stay there and watch it.
As I always said, Paddy, sometimes you know what the great thing about people who pop in to see the stream, whether they're for us or against us, whether they're part of our pride or whether they're trolls or whatever the case is. The best thing about it is we get them in here, it drives the algorithm, and sometimes somebody who comes in here to troll is more likely to comment in as well. So therefore, it drives the algorithm and it gets more people to see us. So I welcome them in with open arms. And in fairness, if there's any Russian bot farm out there, please attack us. Please, it would be brilliant for our podcast. It would be absolutely excellent for our YouTube channel as well if you could do that. So I welcome all of your attacks wholeheartedly, and I'll even give you my password if you need it. For StreamYard so that you can attack.
Well, if he keeps flooding with comments, I'm going to block him. We can't be listening to people and their two fans turn up for matches and they come in slagging here. So
anyway. It's all good. Let's look at some of the comments though that are out there. I missed one. I saw. Would you believe I never do that? We've had so many comments that you lose them at the start. Matthew Hanlon, I want to say thank you very much. I completely forgot to say it when we first popped on. Thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. You're a real gentleman and you're a great supporter of the podcast. So thanks so much for that. And also I see that Nathan Cohen, microphone stand fund. I still have my microphone stand, but unfortunately the microphone blew maybe we get that way. But I just need to get a new. I need to get a new thingamajiggy yoki. That's the technical term for it. Is the thingamajiggy yoki to stick it on there, and that's coming. That should be here Monday. So we're all good. We're all back and
I
up
think
and
it
action
blew
again.
because I had your moonlighting cover on it.
The Villa View one? No, in fact, actually, whoa, that's mad. There's a scorch mark on it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the content that would have come out of it if I was here when the lightning strike happened and I was podcasting? There would be your content. But yeah, there's a scorch mark on it. Look.
There you go.
And the scorch mark came from guys, I could have died live on stream. I could have died because the scorch mark came from the where the headphones was plugged in. Mother Nature is undefeated, lads. Mother Nature is undefeated. That is for sure. We've been very off topic in this, and I think
I just hit the block button. Sorry, I can't be listening to that gobshite.
He's all right. We'll bring him back. We'll bring him back afterwards. Thank you so much, Matthew. Look, as I said, thanks a million for that. I really appreciate it. Guys, can I ask you? Okay, so we're going to do a very quick rundown because Paddy's got to get to a pub, and I got to get to a pub, and I have a Leeds supporting mate inside my house who potentially could burst in the door any minute, singing "Marching On Together." And well, it would be also great content. Me trying to fire my chair at him. I don't exactly want to have to do that live on YouTube either. But let's pop in your comments there, guys. Anybody who has any score predictions? Sorry. Thanks very much, Jay Hunt. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Here's Jay.
Pop in your scores there, guys, and we'll do a quick rundown of the scores, and we'll get them. We'll get that done. I personally think, Paddy, what do you think the score was going to be? I think you told me I think you said 2-1. Did you?
Oh, I didn't give a score prediction. After seeing the scoreline, after seeing the team lineup, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win.
Oh,
I think Leeds have a goal in them, but I think tonight potentially, I think could be an absolute belter of an atmosphere there tonight. It's long overdue, and I think the fans will be the 12th man tonight which they haven't been for a while.
Too.
So I'm going to go for a 3-1.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that there's been a lot of conversation about atmosphere at Villa Park, and you know what? It's like I'd love to be in Villa Park tonight. I'd love to be in Villa Park every night, and it seems to be a lot of people who've been in the stadium have said, "Oh, the atmosphere isn't great." And you know what? There's a lot of people saying that are in the stadium saying the atmosphere isn't great, and I think everybody has the collective wherewithal and the want to roar the team on. Like there's been a lot of things going around about. You see the way St. James's Park is hopping at the moment because Newcastle are doing well, and the Villa Park should be the same. So I know the fans are going to be fantastic. They have been for a lot of the time we've been. You know, they are most games, as I say. But I think today that they're going to be really raucous because this Leeds game, Leeds under lights, always does capture the imagination. So I am going to go. I'm not as confident as you, Paddy. I'm not as confident with the 3-1 as you. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Aston Villa. And I think that we're going to be very defensive in parts in this game because I think Unai Emery won't want to get turned over. I think this Leeds side has a lot of the same qualities as the as the Spurs side from the point of view of the pace in the wings. And I know that Spurs were missing the likes of Kulusevski and so on, and that Leeds don't have that full frontal striker like Harry Kane, but they have a man in form in Rodrigo up there, and I think that Unai Emery will pay them the respect today because I think he needs a result. Now, will we be just 6 behind the ball? I don't think so. I think we'll still go forward, but I think we're going to be dogging defence. I'm not so sure we go with the high line today. But I know, do you know what? I am sure they will. I think that they will, and I think that I think that we'll attack quite a lot down the left-hand side on Luke Ayling, and we'll see what comes from there.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bailey and Watkins switch over from time to time and see how that goes as well. Especially, yeah. So we've spoken about it before. So I think it'll be a good thing to do, especially with Ayling. I think it'll put him back in his box. We don't want to see him venturing down that right hand side either. We want to keep him back. So yeah, I think the high line will benefit us. I think Bailey can show his worth by sprinting onto a ball over the top. I've no faith in the other guy sprinting over the top and putting it in the back of the net unless he's offside, which he's done on Boxing Day. But look,
yeah, you put it in the back. We
have to get at them. We have to get at them early. If they've going to play that line, we've got to be hitting Bailey with the ball and let him run at them because there'll be plenty of space in behind there. You can be sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, guys, listen, we're not going to take up too much more of your afternoon. As I say, Paddy's got to get to a pub. I also have to get to a pub. So we're going to leave it at that for today. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Going to be firing back up again. I may or may not be able to get back for a post-match pod afterwards. I know I have it up on YouTube, but I probably I'll just keep an eye to Twitter. It may disappear just in case I can't get reception from where I am at where I will be. And also it's lashing rain outside, so I won't be able to go into my normal spot to do my post-match. So if I don't, we will come back with a post-match tomorrow. But until then, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. And I heard a great saying today, guys. If you're faced with a choice of the lesser of two evils, just choose less evil, and everything will be okay. That's my one to leave you with today. All right. Here's to Aston Villa beating Leeds, and stay safe, everybody. And all that's left to say is up the Villa.
Up the Villa.